Nice.
Another episode of Breakstuff, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome.
It's another week of Breakstuff. It's a brand new week. It's been a week.
It's been a week.
It's been a week. We're filming this on a Tuesday, and it's already been a week.
It's killing us slowly.
It's killing us slowly. March has been quite the month, but we're here and we've survived.
And we're queer. Oh, hey, he knows me, this guy.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Oh. I'm actually genuinely amazed. That's cool.
Really?
That's really cool.
You say this like almost every episode.
Yeah, I know. But this time it's like almost in unison.
Yeah, it was
so
beautiful.
I'm like,
that was
cool.
really nice. I really enjoyed that. I got my coffee.
Coffee.
I still can't believe you won't drink coffee. What was the reason you didn't want to?
I didn't not wanted to. I didn't feel like I needed to.
You're just like, I'm naturally have the energy. But it also just tastes good. Like I just drink for the taste too.
Not for me. I mean, the only time I drank it for taste was when I was in Colombia.
Colombia.
In the mountains, dude.
Yeah?
Okay, I was in a farm. I'm not going to tell you what the product was. But I guess you can say it's Colombia.
Crack.
No, I was in a coffee farm. I was in a coffee farm. So you could do the tour and they'd give you coffee before, during, and after because it's a farm.
Yeah, it's a farm. They're freaking...
It was really good, bro.
Yeah.
From a non-coffee drinker,
yeah,
it was really good.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, is like you could get... I'm not saying the exact same, but like you could get similar quality here. You just have to be more selective. And just don't drink Starbucks.
I just don't know because, again, I don't know what's good coffee and what's bad. I don't know. I don't drink coffee. I can. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
It's I never did it.
You just hate people that drink coffee.
That's right.
You hate everything that is attached to coffee.
I freaking hate you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, hate it.
We already established that.
He used to work at Starbucks, so I hate him double.
I mean, I hated myself for working at Starbucks.
Oh, triple.
Want
to go for quadruple?
And they hated me at Starbucks.
Quadruple. The homeless hated you too.
Yeah.
Quintuplets.
Yeah. So, what is it? People did not like me at Starbucks. I didn't want to start meaningless small talk with strangers.
Very European of you.
I was just like, here is your coffee, sir, because that's what you asked me for. And then they're like, but Carson, you need to like talk.
You need to talk to the customers. Yeah.
About what? What do you want me to talk about? What is there to talk about with this person I've never seen before? And they're gonna leave in 5 minutes.
And very obviously living on the streets. How was your day, sir? Oh yeah, I scored a $20 bag of meth.
Yeah, no, there's people that are just full tripping out. I was in DTLA, downtown LA. Have you ever been to DTLA?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a time.
Unfortunately.
And then there's one time a lady, it was this, like, she looked very well adjusted when she was in line. She waited in line for like 10 minutes. And then it's like up her neck, like she's next, in line. And I'm behind making drinks or whatever. And this is an important detail. If you are not a manager, you do not engage. Only the managers can deal with it. So, like, basically, I just got a free ticket to the freak show almost every day at 4 a.m.
Freak show.
Bro, for real. Even the normal adjusted people were still like, my almond milk looks a different shade of brown. And I go...
What do you mean, sir? Ma'am? Them?
Yeah, and then they're like, can you make another one? And I'm like, I can, but there's 20 Frappuccinos ahead of you. And then, Andy, so this lady in line, just like, she looks like maybe like a little crazy, but not full crazy. Like
just a little crazy.
There's people that walk in and I'm like, you're going to be an issue. Her, I wasn't fully convinced, but like
it was stealth.
She was next up in line, and then they're like, all right, next. She's a good distance away from the register. She like looks around, and she just pulls her pants down. and like just everything.
Are you serious? It's like everything's hanging out.
Everything's out, and like not a model. So no one was really into it. You know, if it was Kate Upton, I think we all would have been like,
Be like, nice.
nice. It wasn't Kate Upton in that Starbucks.
It was Kate Downton.
Yeah, no,
It was Kate
literally.
Downton.
Kate Downton. Her deranged sister was at that Starbucks, and you know we're all just standing there and we're like, "Ma'am, we can all see you," and then the manager had to come out and then do something about it.
Here's a free Starbucks
and
towel.
and they're married now.
The manager and Kate
Yeah.
Downton.
Yeah, Kate Downton. They're married. They're expecting a new. I think it's
The fifth.
It's a son.
Fifth son.
Fifth son. Yeah. They've really just been pounding them out since.
Hey man, I'm happy for them.
know.
I hear they're happy.
Happy. Starbucks does wonders. Listen, like they bring people together.
Oh, absolutely.
For me, it just brought a lot of hate together. But now we're not working at Starbucks, and I'm a much happy person. I will say, if there's ever a period in my life where like I need to just get like a job, I will never be in the service industry. Like that.
Service industry sucks.
That taught me immediately. Like I would gladly, with a smile on my face, dig ditches for 8 hours straight.
Oh, work in the cemetery. That's like the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I'm like, dude, I was just
Also, he's forklift certified.
no. I'm 75%
Of the way there.
forklift certified. Because when I
Hey,
moved,
it's 3/4, man. It's
Three quarters is good enough. Some people do it with no experience. When I moved here, all the job openings, all the stars are here. All the job openings were like, oh, work in this warehouse. Because I had like the only experience I had, I worked in studios. I was a percussion tech, all very music related, minus working at a dude ranch in high school. So like not really any like hard skills that like I could be like, oh, I could just work here or whatever. Which is why it was a miracle I got Starbucks. I had zero experience, and they somehow were like, please take it, like, come on. But now I realize why they were like, please come, because it was
high turnover rate.
Yeah, it was high turnover rate, and it was downtown LA. So I was looking, and they're all like, just get forklift certified, and you can apply for this. And I was like, why not? Everyone's forklift certified. Let's do it. Everyone's forklift certified. So, so I got like 75% of the way through, and then I got recommended for my studio job, and then I was like, well, I'm not going to complete it, and so I'm 75% of the way there. I
can lift things with a forklift 75% of the way there. That's what he means.
No, okay, so I have a bit with my good buddy DJ Meadows. If you're listening, I know you're not. So we had this bit, and I mean, there's like few moments in life where like you nonstop are laughing, like you're on the floor. Was this, and like I don't know if I can do it justice right now, but I'll tell the story. So I was telling him that I was 75% forklift certified, and we kind of imagined like a Family Guy kind of bit where, like, you know how like let's say like someone in the military dies or dies in battle, and then they have the 7-gun salute.
I think it's more than 7. Like
it's 21 gun salute.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Sorry.
It's a Green Day song.
Yeah. And so we were like, what if you're forklift certified, and then there's a bunch of forklifts that show up, and then it's like, and now for Steve, our fallen brother, and it just goes,
it stops at 75%.
and there's just like another, and then it's like another one. Everyone's like sobbing. It's like, and it's just like, it's like 50 forklifts at this funeral. And like everyone's just crying. I don't know why, but like just the concept. Like I could.
It does sound like a Family Guy.
It sounds exactly a Family Guy thing.
Yeah.
Like, listen, if you're forklift certified, confirm with me if this is a thing, because if it's not, I'm gonna get forklift certified just to advocate for this to happen, because like.
Well,
I think that would be the best. Yeah, like get lowered in. They lower the coffin in with the forklift.
But it can only get to ground level.
But then they can like slide the forks out, and then just goes
BAM! Steve just rolls out of the grave because of the force of the impact. Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm 75% forklift certified. But yeah, I mean, it's probably the biggest flex I have out of my whole Rolodex of skills.
Rolodex, old guy.
Listen,
I'm impressed.
don't
I'm impressed
start
that he
with
knows
me.
what it is.
Don't start with me on age, Andy.
AIDS? Yeah, Carson has AIDS, guys. I'm not gonna drink from your cup.
You shouldn't, because I have,
Also, it's coffee,
I have other things too. So you definitely don't want it. Tarantino shop. So Andy, you wanted to talk about something, on this episode. Tell me about what you had in mind for us and the viewers.
So we wanted to talk about how we get a song out there in the world from start to finish.
It's from start to finish.
So obviously we need to write the damn thing first.
We got to write it. So at this point, or maybe at points in your life, how did you go about writing, specifically for like the metal genre?
So, well, for anything generally, right? I start noodling on my guitar for chords. For chords. Exactly. So I go like, oh, once I find something I like, then I play with it. So it's going to go like, if I'm doing, let's say, metal, prog metal.
Yeah.
Okay, time to make riffs out of these chords.
Right.
And then I will transcribe them. And then put it on my software. And
what's your software?
I use Guitar Pro.
Guitar Pro. So that's like notation.
Yeah, I notate everything.
Notate everything.
Yeah.
And like,
but lately I've been doing something different.
So okay, well, what's this different thing that you're doing?
So I've been writing a lot of songs with Taylor.
Yeah.
Taylor from Taylor Irving. Hey, what's up, bro?
Taylor from Berkeley. You guys know him.
Taylor Irving from Eugene, Oregon. Oregano.
Yeah.
Nicest dude. Very oregano.
That's how when I met him, I was like, very oregano.
So anyway, because we're writing metal stuff for sure, but this time we're applying like a pop structure.
Yeah.
To it.
Mm-hmm.
And I write with him a lot now.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we pump these songs out.
Dang.
Him and I co-write. It's like done.
Just like.
It also helps because it's like pop structure. It's simpler.
Right. Yeah. Because you're only dealing with a certain amount of chords.
Because when I write prog stuff, it takes me weeks to write one song.
Yeah. It's super complicated.
Because it's prog.
Yeah, you're basically doing a super large puzzle. Like you're doing like a
and there's like a lot of like theory stuff that I have to put into it.
Yeah,
and everything's notated. Everything is notated.
I know it drives me nuts.
With Taylor though, I didn't notate.
Yeah,
it's just I go to his place because he's also like a production guy.
Yeah,
go to his place. Last week we had a songwriting session. I went to his place, 0 ideas, 0.
Yeah.
Oh, one tiny bit. I just knew I wanted to start with a pre-chorus part because nobody does that.
Right.
So we did it. Within 3 hours, song was done.
Yeah.
From 0. So I didn't notate anything.
Yeah. You were just going.
Yeah.
I think that's for me on a writing standpoint, I think that's the best way. It's just like what sounds cool.
Yeah.
I feel like and I would say like 80% of you is more like theoretically what would be the best thing going off of the theory.
For better or worse.
I'm just like, does it sound cool? I very much have like a caveman brain where I'm just like,
remember when you were writing songs for the band that never materialized, Doves to Serpents?
Yeah.
That was like, it sounds cool.
Yeah, and you were like, yeah, Carson, you're adding all these like ninths, and I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. And you're like, but it like harmonically, and I was like, oh,
I don't care, bro.
I was like, I don't care.
No, if there's one thing I learned from my professors, my private instruction professors,
yeah,
it's like if it sounds good, you can probably explain it with theory.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And so far they've been right.
Yeah,
they've been right. So,
could you explain Dove to Servants?
There was a lot of songs.
Yeah,
like which one? And I kind of forget.
Yeah, Doves to Serpents was a project I made while I was in an old lady's back house in this creepy haunted. I was literally in a haunted cabin.
Silver Lake. Silver Lake. Yeah. I used to visit him there. We would record there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we made some cool stuff. I still stand by it, and I think it's still kind of in the bank for another.
Listen,
time.
If we find like a singer, I'm down to
100%. Yeah,
dust it off.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely take some polish and rub it down.
What?
Rubbing it off? Rubbing it off.
Rubbing it off.
I'm doing that later. Don't worry.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, me too.
Maybe. I don't know.
Me too.
We'll see how.
But mine is not sad.
Yeah, it won't. Yeah, mine will be very sad.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. So I was very I just moved to Los Angeles, and minus this guy, I really didn't have anybody. So I was just kind of alone and just kind of lonely. I was like, let's freaking write this whole thing. So it was me with my Gibson SG, just writing riffs that I thought sounded cool, and then I would write the drums to it, and then that's how it kind of came about.
And then he'd send me the songs, I'd learn it, and then we'd probably play it. We played it.
We played it a good amount of times.
But as instrumentalists.
Instrumentalists. And then we were trying to find a singer, which
didn't pan out.
Oh my gosh, that was so annoying.
Remember the Ukrainian or Russian girl?
Yes, there's the girl. But then she
was a great singer, but she couldn't write lyrics, right?
Yeah,
that was deal breaker. Because
I was like, dude, none of us do that. You gotta
you gotta do it.
She was like, well, I can only write in Russian, and I was like, I mean, I guess that's cool, but
yeah, but
we're an American band. I guess.
Also, we want to reach the most amount of people, and
yeah, and
English is the way.
English is the way, unfortunately.
Also, her interpreter
was nice.
I've seen worse looking interpreters.
You're on a scale of
1 to Kate Downton.
Yeah, Kate Downton. But yeah, no. So we spent a lot of time trying to find something that was kind of a rabbit hole.
It didn't pan out.
But it was a good example of our different writing styles, right? Because even when I went take for instance Lacedaemon, which is very prog heavy. Yes, I looked to the notation that they did in Guitar Pro. I have a lot of burps today. These are deep. And sorry, that tried totally distracted from the story.
Coffee
but I would take from whatever their Guitar Pro was, and sometimes there would be a section where I'm just from listening to it cannot figure it out for the life of me. So then I would go to the notation and then get a metronome and really slow it down. And go beat by beat. But then there's other times where I'm just this sounds cool, So there's always different schools of thought with
there should be, I think, now that I'm appreciating the pop song format. Yeah. Now I'm seeing that there probably should be a balance. That's not to say I don't theory it up.
Yeah.
I still do.
Yeah.
You can ask Taylor.
Yes.
If you find him, you will.
If you find him, he's lost.
He's in NoHo.
He's in NoHo.
He's not lost.
No.
He's not. He's lost.
He's on a carton of milk right now.
Have you seen this guy from Eugene, Oregon?
Oregano.
Found his way in LA.
Can't find him.
Yeah. No. Because when we write songs, a lot of it is this sounds good, but it starts like that. Then I complement it with other parts. That's when I theory it up.
Yeah, that's when you add all that extra stuff.
It's he'd play a riff. I'm like, what'd you play there? He's like, oh, it's just something in Fridge. And I'm like, got you.
Yeah.
And then my brain starts working. And it's
the brain biscuits start turning.
Yeah. And it's theory it up.
Yeah,
from there. But it's still pop structure.
So then for you as your own individual person, how are you recording that? How do you putting that down?
So if I'm recording it as a demo, I probably do it myself at home. So I'm a basic bitch.
Through a Focusrite kind of idea.
Yeah, I just bought a new one too.
Would you new Focusrite?
Yeah, 16i16.
So 16 inputs or
16? Yeah, 16 in, 16 out. But it's not what you think. It's really two inputs.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they count the two headphone monitors too. You can put two headphone monitors and a bunch of outputs, but it's not a rack unit,
Interesting. Okay.
So it's about it was $300 something.
Yeah.
All
due respect, Focusrite preamps aren't.
Yeah, but because I'm not a production guy, to me it sounds the same.
You don't need.
I don't really care.
You don't need it.
I just want to play.
Yeah.
And theory it up again.
So you're recording into that, and then you work at a Logic.
Yeah, because I'm a basic bitch. I use Logic.
I don't know if that's a basic bitch thing, but
there's worse GarageBand.
There's GarageBand.
There's that.
If you say GarageBand, then
you'll be ostracized immediately. Out with you.
Immediately turned into an ostrich.
Caveman.
Caveman. Just
confirmed. Caveman confirmed.
Caveman confirmed. Yeah, so then you're recording that and then just sending that over. Do you use, like, are you putting your quad cortex in there, or are you putting
90% of the
amp sims?
time? Yeah. Oh yeah. I use the neural DSP stuff most of the time.
So that's like a plugin in Logic.
Yeah. So I get my tones out of the neural DSP stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's worth it, or do you think?
Oh shit! Yeah, dude, I can't live without it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that's better than just like plugging into your quad and then quad into your interface?
That's another application. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes with Doves to Serpents, we did that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought worked well, because like you can get your tone that you like out of the quad.
Yeah.
And then like what I typically do now, like with the sessions I do, is I'll take whatever amp sim they have. So like one guitarist I work with, I mentioned him last week, Brian Evans, Gillis the Fourth. He doesn't go by that full name, but like that's his actual full name. I just want to give him the full shout out. All right. But he'll do his Kemper and then whatever effects he has after, and then Kemper. I put that through a Neve pre, and then like a
fancy boy Neve,
and then maybe like an 1176 compressor, and then into the DAW. But like there's always
half of that I didn't understand.
That's fine.
It was like 1176. Like, is that like a car?
It's just a compressor.
I'm like, oh, it's a compressor. I'm like, is that a car or?
Yeah. But it's like it's all each different things, and like some of those things like adding the compressor or like different effects will be like, you know, someone like Taylor or something like that will be doing that for you. You know?
And that's why we write and record at his house.
Yeah.
Because he gets this way more than I. You guys get this more than I do, because I'm like, just let me play, dude.
Yeah, no,
shit.
100%. Well, I learned all of this because I was like, oh, how can I make my playing better, and how can I figure out how to do it by myself? Because like people are always like, oh, you're like really into the engineering thing. And I'm like, well, I think it's fascinating, but like it's a means to play drums more.
Yeah,
you know, because I was trying to check off every box so I can be more self-sufficient rather than fully just reliant, you know, because there's no right or wrong thing. It was more just what I defined for myself, you know, like, because your way, I mad respect your way, because I'm just like, yeah, that's how I kind of want it to be. Like, I just want to show up and play drums.
And that's why so when we were recording our Last Demon EP, we were recording it in his place.
Yeah, so
in his room in Boston,
in my closet.
Dude, it was like a shoebox.
It was a shoebox. Harry Potter felt bad for my apartment.
Yeah. Well, early Harry Potter.
Early.
Because towards later movies, he kind of got.
Oh yeah, no, he got
balling
out.
He got better digs
when he was with the Durdleys or whatever they're freaking called.
The Dudleys.
Durdleys. I like that. Dude, better.
Stephen Wilson will not be happy with me.
Yeah, listen. He climbs up on the balcony. He's like, hey,
hey, you Yankee, you yank. I'm like, don't look at me. I'm just an immigrant.
Okay, so
but yeah, so when I do it on my own, I usually just use the Neural DSP stuff plugins, because my main use for the QC Quad Cortex is live stuff.
Yeah, live.
But again, for our project, Doves to Serpents, I use the Quad Cortex for that one.
Yeah. And speaking of Doves to Serpents, if you sing and you're in the Los Angeles area,
give them a reference.
Wait,
what style?
Like a perfect circle. It's literally
there. You go. That's the reference.
It's like a modern or perfect circle.
Yeah. Email right here.
Email right here.
I don't eat dog.
Yeah. I was wondering if you were going to see that. Okay, so great. So then, you know, like, then we go through all of our kind of indie sources like DistroKid after, like, you know, we
well, you know, Carson has always taken care of that for me.
Yeah, so I always end up being the businessman. Business.
Although I did have the music business concentrate in my pro music degree.
I know, I didn't. Because so at Berkeley, pro music, I call it the throw up major because it's just everything. But the core of
it's the poor man's double major.
Yeah, it's the poor man's double major. Yeah. But like it's at the core of it, it's actually like a business and entrepreneurial. Like
making your music into like a business endeavor.
Yeah, so like
which I'm kind of doing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like the business concentrate, I was just like, well, we're already doing that. Like we're already doing that.
No, because that's like entrepreneurial.
Yeah,
but like music business is like working with labels. How do splits work?
How do splits work?
You know, there's the recording side and there's the composition side.
Yeah.
That
But,
was
like we went over that in those classes.
that
though.
was super practical, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, one of my favorite classes, legal aspects of the music industry.
Yeah.
Or music business, legal aspects. Great professor.
Mm-hmm.
Professor Valerie, lovely. She's also an attorney. She's also a Berkeley alum.
Oh.
Great class. Learned a lot. Love the class. She's awesome.
Shout out to Valerie.
Awesome. You're awesome. Keep being awesome.
You're definitely watching this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was always curious because everyone always has like a different like writing process and how they want to go about.
Yeah, mine's
Thanks.
tedious, I think.
It's pretty gross if I say so myself.
Oh. I guess it's time for some gross shit.
It's time for Andy's Gross Corner.
Gross corner. Clear pigeons.
Oh my gosh, Anthony being your background is so crazy.
Yep.
All right, you said this week was pretty gross.
It's pretty gross. Let's start with gross number one.
Last
I
time
can
we
do
did it.
this.
Okay.
Huh? What was that? Oh no, what did I hit? That's dinner. Come back, kitty. Mom, not. Huh? No dumpling or fried rice. This place don't have no good food. Ooh, time for dinner. Okay, time for main ingredient for main dish.
Okay. Why is there a cat in every frame?
Because Asians eat cat.
Oh,
It's like,
Oh,
they
that-
don't.
that
This
is funny.
restaurant doesn't have good food. There's a cat outside.
Oh, okay, I'm just slow.
Slow.
I'm very, very slow. Caveman. as
I
you
think
described me.
he's turning into an ostrich slowly.
I'm slowly turning into an ostrich.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to show this one.
Okay. Yeah.
I love this video. Our good friend of the show, Miko Lorenzo, sent this to me,
Okay. Do it.
and it's one of my favorite videos. Of
Who
all
is
time.
also my cousin.
Yes.
He sent me this too.
It's just like so perfect. Like the. I also just love people's screams. I think it sounds terrible, but I love it. But just the recovery, he's like, "Oh, Steve," and
then he gets right back to it.
Immediately back to it, like I don't know. It's just so perfect. Like every door, he's like, I don't know.
Do we have time for another one?
Yeah.
Let's do another one.
The
This might be
top
the
5
last one.
most hated races in the
This is
world.
gross.
Number 1. This comes as no surprise. The black race. The black race is located in Black, Missouri, USA. What makes this race so difficult is the trail spans over 50 miles and the terrain is steep and dangerous, with a gain and loss of almost 2 miles.
It comes as no surprise. No surprise, guys.
Those who are just listening, he's talking about a racetrack. Those are just
In Black,
listening.
Missouri.
And yes, in Black, Missouri.
Which is a place.
Which is a place. We just got to be careful. If we really want Costco to be our sponsor here, Andy, we got to be careful.
Okay.
But no.
Less gross shit.
No, more gross shit. But I was watching it and I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. And then I was like, if no one sees any of the physical, like the actual,
Listening it on Spotify,
Yeah, on
it's
Spotify.
like, ooh.
they're like, these guys are interesting. These guys have some interesting viewpoints, you know.
Let me sponsor the. Oh, maybe not.
That was what got them.
Yeah.
Not just our nonsense for 30 minutes already. Like they're like, oh, I was with them when they were nerding out about Phrygian modes, but then this last one.
No more
Really?
sponsor.
No more sponsor. But no, Costco, seriously, if you want to sponsor us,
Email right here.
email right here.
Okay. Put the email, bro.
I'll put the email.
Oh, he's not.
Learn to edit the videos, Andy, and maybe it will be the email.
I actually did learn that this week.
I know you did with
Final Cut.
Yeah, Final Cut. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting there with your at school. And by the way, if you want to learn more guitar, plug your thing.
Oh yeah, I just launched Off the Scale Music Workshop is what it's called.
Yeah.
So I teach guitar.
Yes.
I teach theory.
Yes.
I teach different other classes like playing in a band, audition prep, basic guitar maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working with 2 other guys.
Guys.
So we can offer production classes for, because I'm caveman. I'm like, just let me play.
Ostrich.
I don't care about compressors.
Ostrich. Yeah.
Yeah. Production, funk guitar. Because if I play the funk show on guitar, it'll end in tears.
Yes.
It will end in tears.
Yes.
You don't want that.
You don't want it.
I got another guy handling classical guitar and composition, like classical style. So,
if you're interested,
if you're into this,
if you're into
also
it,
follow it. Off the Scale Music on Instagram.
I followed it.
I know he's a real guy.
I am I exist.
He's
I'm
a real
here.
boy.
He's a real boy.
That's Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, no, we definitely meshed a lot of things. Thank you so much for tuning into Breakstuff. Seriously,
We will see you next time.
Off the Scales Music.
Thank you. Maybe next time we'll be offering drum classes.
Maybe.
Who knows? He doesn't like me. He's not into this.
I have nowhere to teach. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.